So I received a request through my YouTube channel to play this particular map here. That is Road to Hell by Justin83. We've played a map by him before. I do believe I had a pretty good time the last time as well, so we're looking forward to this one. That map ID is PFQV9W82. Currently, I believe it is currently in the review queue, although I received this as a direct request. It has no play on it whatsoever, so I get to be the first. So that's exciting. I get to pop the cherry, as it were. Let's take a look at Justin's author profile here. Justin83 has some pretty sweet armor here. Now, Justin made me realize something here, which is when it says you have 30 total maps published, I'm starting to think that might be that like it just stops at the number 30, because Justin has a ton of maps. He's got a lot of maps that he's created. So you know, he's loves to make maps. I think that's super awesome. So, and the community must love him too. He's got a 92% upvote rating, and he's accumulated 1 day and 9 hours of playtime and 41,000 SNAPMAP points. All right, so without further ado, why don't we go ahead and just see what the road to hell is paved in this time.
The road to hell is paved by Argent Energy.
Oh, Argent Energy. It's going to make it hard to walk on. That stuff burns your feet. Alright. So, right off the bat, so I like the use of POIs. I've always said I like being led by the nose. That said, the POI text should definitely be changed. If you forget to change the text, you should definitely go back and change that. What do we got here? So we got a fun little room, couple little echoes sort of standing watch over this. He looks like he's not really sure what to do with his hands. He's not really sure what to do either. You could get a snack, guys. That's what I do. Oh, am I in a jail cell and these are my cellmates? Because, like, there's a crapper right in the middle of the room. I'm guessing this is the group bath. I ain't getting in there with you guys. That's just not happening. Alright. A lot of stuff going on here. So, alright, let's hit the button. And suddenly, hell time. Alright. So, okay, you are a lot uglier than my cellmates. Yeah, you know. With the right bribing, I could be talked into going into a sauna with you, I suppose, but... Alright, so this is... Oh, okay. Well, fun fact, you can only access this particular thing from one side. I never really saw the other side of this before. That's kind of cool. Nonetheless, this side, so my vision is still blurry for some reason. That's weird. How did that happen? Whoa, why is my vision blurry? What is going on here? I am so confused right now. Ah, that seems to have cleared things up. Alright, there we go. Interesting bug! Like, holy cow, I think you know, what I lack in skill, I seem to make up for in running across every single bug this game has to offer, so good to know. Yeah, that's weird. The hey, thanks for the assist there. Getting a little help from the imps. That's always fun. Alright. For you there, and is that everybody? Is that everybody? Okay. No, it is not everybody. Bloop! There we go. Alright, which is... Okay, I got the explosive mod. And grenades. We can all know just exactly how happy it makes me that I can make things explode, and I can hit them with shotguns. That's all very fun stuff. What did that do for me? I have no idea. So, still the explosives. I seem to have a chainsaw that I was not aware of, but okay, cool. I like chainsaws. Chainsaws are fine. I always forget to use them, but they're awesome. You know, they're like my favorite weapon that I always forget to use. Is it? You know, it's like somebody was remarking about this. I think it was Ben Yahtzee Croshaw, the guy that does Zero Punctuation. He once remarked that, you know, one of the great quandaries of video games is a lot of times you collect weapons that are so powerful that you never want to use them because you think, oh, better save it for the next encounter. Then you end up saving it through the entire game and never freaking using it. And I have such a problem with the bigger weapons in me like that. Part of it is just I really like the shotguns, so I always want to use the shotguns. And then, okay, cool, got the blue skull key. I mean, I can go in here now. I could if it wasn't on lockdown. I'm not in the mood for your shenanigans, security dude. Oh, I seem to have lost my grenades somehow. Why? Why did I lose my grenades? It's weird. Something must have, guessing one of the buttons I hit changed my loadout in such a way that it like, removed the grenades or something. Which is kind of annoying. But, you know, at the same time, I've got the exploding shotgun mod, so, like, I need grenades. It's just that, like, you know, when you have grenades and the shotgun and the explosive mod, there's, like, some... You know, you can sort of whip out the explosives a little bit faster, and also I tend to like the grenades better for these guys. Like, they're like, of all the explosives, my favorite is grenade because you can toss it behind them and make sure that you're actually getting them. Again, you know, one of the points of Doom is that you're not always going to be in the ideal situation. I gotta remember that. You know, you can't expect maps to be designed around, well, you know, this is what Zilla likes. You know, that's not how anything works, really. You know, you're not going to be challenged if you have to constantly do the same thing over and over again. You know, but, you know, at the same time, you know, when presented with an opportunity to play with shotguns and grenades, you best believe I'm all about it. There we go. Alright, so far this is feeling a lot like a nice little warm-up here, you know. I'm being given an opportunity to kind of, you know, settle in and see what's going on. Oh, hello. Oh, see, now that was entirely my fault. That was entirely my fault. I can own that. And Hell Knight. Just trying to get all Sporty Spice on it. Sporty Spice, is that even a thing? I'm making that a thing. Alright, everybody, from now on, when you're about to do something really fancy, just tell everybody you're trying to get all Sporty Spice with it. Let's see if we can make that a thing. Or don't. I mean, I already hate it. Like, so... I tried to get all Sporty Spice with the English language, and it didn't quite work out, so... And I heard a rumor somewhere that Scary Spice, like, picks her nose and eats it. Like, apparently that's something she admitted during an interview or something. There we go. Ah, ha, ha, ha. See, like I said, you know, as much as I hate the Lost Souls, as long as I can... Oh, there we go. Not like they're the bane of my existence, but they're pretty close. I mean, they're so stupid. They're so stupid even the lore hates them. Hi, Spectre! That's what I wanted. An explosion in the face. You know, from what I can tell so far, at least, the difficulty scaling on it is definitely commensurate with somebody of my general skill and warm-up level. You know, oh, you're up. What are you guys doing up there? You guys know there's a battle going on right now, right? You're snogging. Come on, guys. When you are at work, you are here to work. You're not here to snog on top of a box. Alright. And somebody, I was pointed out to me the other day that, like, this room is supposed to be the inside of, like, a Titan, and I just finally noticed the rib cage the other day, which, you know, like I said, old oblivious me, there's nothing surprising about that. Alright, next room. Alright. Let's take the old USB drive of something. Again, I have no idea what that did, so let's, okay, I have my rocket launcher and my chainsaw, but I seem to have lost my regular shotgun. So these loadout changes are strange. Like, I'm not sure if the intention is to have other weapons be taken away as new weapons are given. You know, I mean, and the idea is to force players into these specific loadout situations. If that's not the intention, that's something you're going to want to check, because it's a little weird to lose guns. Like, I don't, you know, obviously gaining guns, everybody wants to gain guns, but it's a little weird to just suddenly lose guns. Especially when you're not aware of it. Like, there's no messaging coming up whatsoever to explain exactly what all these, like, do-ops and buttons that I'm hitting do. You know, so I have, like, no warning. So it's like, if I want to use, like, the regular shotgun and the grenade, can I, you know, not take the thing that keeps changing my loadout? See, again, I have no idea what that did, so... So, I mean, you know, there's nothing whatsoever indicating, you know, what it was that I just agreed to the terms and conditions of. So I feel like this board could definitely do with some better player communication. It needs more messaging to let people know when you hit this, this happens. Or, you know, even better, if you hit this, this will happen. Like, especially if it's something that does like a non-standard thing, like change your loadout. Like, I mean, it's one thing to, like, you know, push a button and all of a sudden demons come out. That's sort of the point of, you know, I mean, it's to the point where it's just commonly expected. But to just, you know, okay, well, you hit this thing and it's going to change your loadout, and by that we mean it's going to add things and remove others. That's sort of an important thing you want to let people know. So, all right. Oh. All right. Yeah, I really would. I mean, again, this is one of those situations where I'm playing this as if the point of the board is to railroad the player into loadouts that they may or may not be familiar with. So, like, on that premise, it's like, okay, so if that's the point of the board, if the point is to, like, force me to use all these, like, slow, high-power weapons, when, you know, after a board where I used, like, sort of smaller, faster weapons, then, you know, hey, fair play. You know, that, again, that's the goal of the board, you know. I like for every board to have sort of a goal with its combat, you know. I think that's just a good rule in general. It's just, you know what it is you're trying to do. I mean, when you throw stuff, you don't want to just throw stuff together willy-nilly and hope it works out for the best, or see, you know. I mean, you can do that in experimentation, but certainly, you know, when one of the points of experimentation is to come around to what works, what doesn't, come up with, like, sort of a nice tech final product. But, you know, generally speaking, though, like, you know, the goal, you should definitely have, like, a goal in mind, I think, when you're making a board, where it's like, oh, you know, this is the kind of combat I want to inspire. These are the situations I'd like to see the player fight their way out of. Like, we got a Cybermank over here. On you got. Alright, things are getting hairy. Things are getting hairy. Okay, well, we've got this, which is good. Oh yeah, still don't have grenades. Oh man, that's right. All I've got are like big slow weapons right now, so I need to sort of rethink what I'm doing here. And maybe we'll clear some space using the rocket launcher. Seems like a plan. Ouchies. So one thing that's key when it seems like is I have to be a lot more careful with my accuracy, because I can't, you know, without having both shotguns, I can't do my now super favorite technique of all time, hot swapping. You know, it's like, don't want to go from the super shotgun and hot swap to the rocket launcher. You just blow yourself up in the face if you're too close in range. And obviously, this is not going to be news to anybody that's watching, I'm sure. You know, a lot of this is, you know, telling myself. Okay, that's better. Alright, and we got the Red Skull key, yippee-ki-yay, and oh man, I again with the thing earlier where it's like, oh geez, you know, it's so nice to have, you know, these super powerful things, and then you keep forgetting to use them. Alright, so we're going to the red door. Alright. Alright. There we go. Well, I have the Red Skull key, and we are in which room is this again? Don't quite... Oh, this room. What did I just pass? Okay, got a plasma rifle. We are moving right along. Alright, and there's a haste for that. Gankum switch, which going to assume just opens this door and feeds me grapes while it carries me through. So this is where I came in. Let's just check the old kill floor down here. I am honestly like, okay, so there's a POI telling me to push this, but I'm almost positive that it's going to do something to my loadout or something crazy. So I'm just going to, I mean, obviously I probably have to press it. I think what I'm going to do, though, is in a show of defiance and just to see how it affects the gameplay of the board, I'm actually going to come over to that door that has the switch on it and try hitting switches out of order and see what happens. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I can't hit this switch. It's not activated. Okay, so fair enough. Alright, hit this button. Check my loadout, because, okay, so good. Alright. Stupid duper lost souls. Oof. And permadeath.
The road to hell is paved by Argent Energy.
I'm going to give it the vote up because it's, you know, it's a competent board. It was built, you know, so I'm just going to give it single player and I don't know what else to give it. So we're just going to recommend it for single player for now and move right along. Obviously, top of the leaderboard, that's, you know, obviously a player that has... Oh, dig me. Alright, so I got challenge completed. So, yeah, so with this particular map here, like I said, it's not that it's a bad map. It's competently put together. Everything works, you know. You can't hit switches out of order or anything. And, you know, the only glitch I ran into was a result of the... you know, of the game itself doing sort of a weird thing with focus. The only technical problem I think I'd come up with is right at the very beginning where there's a point of interest marker that has no text filled in. That really should be filled in. But other than that, you know, from a technical standpoint, you know, well put together. You know, the combat was, you know, nice and progressive, and, you know, obviously I died on it, so... You know, and I tend to die on almost every board I play, and so, you know, but so if you have permadeath on your board, then kind of what happens is, well, there better have been something in there that hooked me because, you know, I'm not gonna boot it up and play a second time if I wasn't like really just sort of, you know, grabbed the first time. So, you know, good map. I think though that it, you know, it was, I don't want to keep using the term bog standard, but I mean, really, that's kind of what it comes down to. It was sort of a, you know, a standard map. You know, this happens, and this happens, and this happens, encounter here, encounter here, encounter here. You know, that's about that. I mean, if you're looking for sort of tips to jazz things up, I mean, you know, you gotta sort of add things sort of above and beyond just sort of the basic things that SNAPMAP has to offer. You know, you can put in story elements. I mean, one of the things I noticed with this particular user is they have a ton of maps. So what I'm thinking is maybe instead of like cranking out a bunch of maps in like a day or two, what you do is you take one map and, you know, you make sure that every single encounter, you know, has a story that goes with it, or you're just at the very least explaining what it is your buttons are doing, because there's nothing more disorienting than, you know, okay, so I punched a robot and now all of a sudden I have guns that I didn't have before, and now I don't have guns that I did have before, and I'm missing stuff, and, you know, so just a complete loadout change, you know, that is definitely something you want to message to the player somehow. And I feel like this map could have used a lot more messaging to the player to let them know what it was that was happening with each of these switches, either telling them before they hit the switch or after they hit the switch, you know, what the switch did. I mean, unless the switch is in, you know, opening up a secret somewhere or starting an event that the player can immediately see, these are all things you really want to do. So in any case, that's Road to Hell by Justin83. The map ID on that is PFQV9W82. Currently waiting for some more folks to review it, and hopefully you will check it out as well.
Game over, game over, game over, game over.